Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So we're still going sideways. One thing that is pretty clear, and I just want to get my mouse here, but one thing that is pretty clear, finally, is that we have what could very well be a start of a rounding top. Also known as a head and shoulders, also known as a topping pattern. So obviously, and I've said this quite some time, we need to drop below the lows of last week for that to materialize, but at the moment we have a lower high here. So when you look at this on the weekly, you'll see, as I said yesterday, one of my most favorite reversal patterns, which is a story of three, which is three rejections of a particular level, and there's no real level here that we're rejecting. Sorry, I lie. There is a level. It's not a logical level, but there it is there. So that's three rejections, oscillators group to the upside, far away from any structure. So that often gives us a move down, a pullback onto structure. But anyway, a week has to finish before that pattern starts to get itself validated. But if we start looking at our levels that we want to trade, we've been moving up, grinding up, and I was expecting another grind up, and that got quickly destroyed, but then got you excited again with this bar up, and then got destroyed again. So trend is up. There's no debate about that at the moment, but the fact that we've had three attempts up here, and you can see the weekly level. This is the weekly level here. We're not getting above it and finding support, and I think that's the key thing. There was an attempt. So how many times have we tried this? 1, 2, 3. We tried there, and this is 4, and then we had a 1 bar try again, 5, and then rejected it. So how many times are the bulls going to keep trying? But they are trying to prop this up, but something is going to give. And personally, I think I'm not interested in longs at the moment, and looking for a reason to be short. And just let me repeat that. I'm looking for a reason to be short. I'm not looking to jump in short. At the moment, you are still sideways. We're above and below moving averages on the lower time frames. So here we're still sort of trending on the 155. So the low of yesterday is critical at the moment. That could be a trigger if you look at this on the hour. But obviously we're going to want to watch this on the 15 minutes. And you see what I mean by below and above the moving averages. So when we did the video, we were building some structure here, which was looking like a move up. But nevertheless, that failed. Back down, back above this weekly level. You can see we tried to reject it here, got above it, and then going into close, we just dropped again. So yeah, I'm looking for a reason to be short, to be honest. It could be back at this level, a decent rejection of 15.523, or it could be a little bit lower. There's quite a bit of structure here as well at 15.492. But I'm definitely looking for an opportunity to be short, not looking to get long. It's had enough time to get there. It's failed 5 times. So typically when that happens, it tends to drift a little bit lower. So that's kind of my view at the moment. I obviously want the oscillators up to the upside on the 15 minute, and then I want a rejection higher up before getting in. I'm not really interested in jumping in, because if you jump in short, like here, you can see what happens. If you jump in just because you see it moving, you see these massive red bars, like I'm in on this short, and I'm going to put a wide stop loss up, but I promise you, as it starts pulling back with big bars like this, you're immediately going to be jumping ship again and jumping out, and then it'll turn on you. And it happens so often to retail traders. So I'll try jumping with a trend, and the algorithms know this. They wait for the volumes to build, and then they immediately pull back, because what they are programmed to do is to sell off resistance. And there was a break, so they're not programmed to drive this, especially if there's no catalyst. They're programmed to wait for the next opportunity, which would be right over here. You can see there's two tails there. That is where they'll jump in, and you can see it's exactly what happened. There they are there, and jumped in. Anyway, that's my long-winded story this week. It has been chaotic, actually been a negative week for me. Took 2 trades, got stopped out twice. So, you know, typically when that happens, I don't even bother with third time lucky. I just sit back and wait for the next opportunity. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today as well. So I have zero interest in trying to chase this. There could be an early opportunity to get in, but end of the week, I really don't think it's worth risking anything at the moment. And you can see we've got diversions brewing here. There was a divergence. Now we've got this rounding top, but at the same time, we've got all these buyers coming in off the bottom here. So pin bar, inside bar, and engulfing bar here. So this pin bar on the daily here is still in play. So a move below it would have triggered the short, and you've got a 300-point stop loss. It's still in play, but it's been, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would have happened last week, and you're still holding that short, but you'd be underwater, and you would have paid how much in interest on this move, trying to get it to drop in a very strong bull trend. So sorry guys, I'm just going to sit back. I'm not really interested in it. An ideal place to get in on the daily would be down here. That's 14626. That's a decent pullback onto a decent level, and then you've still got this yearly gap here as well, which could ignite some fires. But for now, sit quietly, wait for some opportunities, and if it does happen, then it's worth taking. But for me at the moment, it's going to have to come back and test some structure or break below yesterday's low and test it before I start looking for 15263 as a target. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view for this morning. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. We'll catch up with you on Monday morning. Enjoy the weekend.